Hi, this is Sid, and you're listening to The Economic Story. Examples of markets. To get a better idea about markets, let's take a look at a few examples of markets. Number one is your farmer's market. You go here during the weekend to get fresh produce. It's a marketplace essentially of farmers trying to sell to consumers directly. Number two is Whole Foods market. You go here to do your groceries. It is somewhat similar to a farmer's market in terms of the products that you get here, but it is very different in that it's owned and operated by a company, and that company acts as the seller. Number three is Walmart Superstore. Let's say you go here to buy your personal care stuff. It's essentially again a marketplace, and it's again owned and operated by one company. The difference between this and your Whole Foods market is the variety of products and the types of products that you get in each of these cases. Number four is your Amazon.com. Since COVID hit, let's say you do most of your regular shopping digitally on the web. You go to this, including a number of others, you go to Amazon.com. Now, this one is an example of a digital marketplace. We'll definitely revisit all of these in details in different sections in different episodes. Moving forward, next one is your car dealership. Now, let's say you bought your first car here. Now, one thing important to notice here is that you do not get your produce here. You do not get your personal care products here. What you get here is cars. Again, it's a company that is trying to sell you cars here. Now, that company, which let's say the dealership is owned by a local business, it's not necessarily the company that has produced the car, but it's got the cars into the dealership to sell to you. Another example of a market. Now, number six is real estate market. Now, let's say it's time to sell your house. You've lived here too long. What would you do? You go to your realtor and you talk to the realtor, and they get all the details, and then what she does is she posts your house onto realtor.com. Now that's your entry into the real estate market. Moving on, next one is, let's say, LinkedIn and Monster. What do you do here? You go here when you need a job. You go post your resume here, and recruiters basically keep searching there based off of whatever demand they have in terms of employment needs, employers posting for jobs, and they find you here. So this is an example of an interface into a labor market. Moving on again. Now let's say it's time for you to travel to Japan. You live in Canada. You don't have Japanese yen that you need to spend in Japan. What do? You go to a Forex store to get, or maybe to your bank, to get Japanese yen. By doing that, you're interfacing with the Forex market. That's a currency market. Let's say you drive a Tesla and you love your car and you believe that this company is going to do great, even though in the short term it may be having some issues. So you want to buy its shares, whatever you can afford to. So what would you do? You basically go to your brokerage and get, or basically buy shares in Tesla. What exactly that is? That is an interface into the stock market. Another example of a market. Now, these are all various examples that you tend to find all around, which basically means that markets are all around you. You just need to notice it, and you just need to understand what it sells and how it operates. That's about your examples of markets. Having gone through these examples, I got a few questions for you. To buy groceries at Whole Foods, you need money. where do you get that money from? And then if you don't have sufficient money to buy your first car and you need a loan, where do you get that loan from? And let's say once you have driven your car for a few years and now you need to buy a new one, you want to dispose this one off, you need to sell this one, where do you sell it? Think about it. We'll answer these questions next. Well, that is it for today. Thanks for listening to the Economic Story. Have a great day.